Your life at every point in time is a product of your choices. Your choices. And your choices will define your destiny. At this point in time, Jacob had to decide. He had to decide. He had to negotiate. When we talk about entrepreneurship, it's all about negotiation. You are a better entrepreneur if you have the ability to bargain properly. And at every point in time, you will be required to bargain for your destiny. Why? Because we live in a world where everybody is selfish. We live in a world where everybody is looking for what will benefit him or her. And so if you do not have the ability to negotiate your destiny properly, you will always find yourself in a mess. You will always find yourself at the wrong side of life. Here was Jacob. If you ask me, Jacob was one of the best negotiators of destiny you can think about. He could look into the future. He could think futuristically. Now, when we begin to talk about the components of, or the things that make a good negotiator, you will always be required to negotiate your future. And your ability to negotiate properly is going to determine where you find yourself. It's very, very important for you to have a mind of the future. Now, when we begin to talk about the future, when we begin to talk about destiny, it's very important for you to understand that one of the components that will take you there is your ability to negotiate it. Life itself is a business place. What did I say? Life is what? Yes, life is a business place. When you want to buy something, that person you are buying from is interested in his or her profit, not what he's selling to you. So that will mean that for you to be successful in life, you must learn to negotiate, the ability to bargain in a way that will not put you on the losing side of life. Because when you find yourself at the losing side of life, that is failure. Are you getting me? It's a selfish world. It's a selfish world. So you will learn to always negotiate your future well. The first instance is a young man that I believe used to be one of the best negotiators in the world. You know what it means to negotiate somebody's future and take it to your own? That guy is bad. Jacob? Oh. Here was a situation. See, when you see a man that knows how to take advantage of another person's weakness, he's a bad boy. First of all, they look out for your weak points. And they wait for that point you are vulnerable. Then they strike. Esau has a thing for food. Esau had a weak point of hunger. Just like some of you. You have one weak point or the other. Now, when he found out that his brother was at that vulnerable situation, he struck. He made sure he had been eyeing the position of the first son for long. But he waited for when the boy was hungry. And then he prepared a stew, sweet stew, porridge, such that he knows the brother would love. And then the brother came happily and said, oh, I would love to eat. Please give me some to eat. What did he say? He said, no. Please hold on. Please hold on. Right now, before I give you to eat, let us negotiate. Let someone let us negotiate. Let us negotiate. I will not just do it for nothing. You see, had there been some people were that bright to even negotiate their destiny? Esau was a poor negotiator. He negotiated nothing. You heard what he said? Now, when you are negotiating, ensure that your negotiation is what? First of all, you think what? You think futuristic. Think futuristic. Forget today. Think tomorrow. Second thing in negotiation is put away emotions. And number 3, let your negotiation be fair. Be what? Let it be fair. Let it be fair. Let it be fair. And very importantly, what? Beneficial. Can we talk about this a bit? Can we? Okay, so right now there is, first of all, it's about the future. When you know, when you do not think futuristic when you negotiate, then you do not have a future. Here is someone coming to ask you out. You know the first thing you should think about? Future. The first thing to think about is future. You are a big fool if you are not thinking future and you are going out with somebody. That's why some people have degree in dating already. They have degree 4 years and you don't know where you are going to. That's degree 4 years. How long is a degree? 4-5 years. 4-5 years. It is better you are not in a relationship than you are in a relationship that you don't know where it's going to. Because that time is enough for others to come. You don't know that even in a relationship you negotiate. Where are we going to? It's children that hang behind the corners. Many people today are in a relationship for present pleasure. See, anybody that use you for present pleasure, then you are a tool. You are what? A tool of present gratification. Never be. Slap someone and say, never be. What is in this thing for me? I am not saying I don't love you. I'm not saying, but where are we going to? Think futuristic. Esau did not think futuristic. He was interested in satisfying his today. Like most young men and women today, they want to satisfy what they feel now. Sexual pleasure now. Hunger now. See, if you can always think futuristic, you will suppress some feelings, including hunger. When your destiny is too important to you, You will not make certain mistakes. Esau did not think that his destiny is very important to him. He didn't think it. A minister in a certain African country got carried away by her emotions and could not help but began to seduce one of the lower staffs. That she couldn't control herself, and then, not knowing that she was on camera, and then the whole world saw her. Now, of course, you know that that is the end of her mission. Is that true? Of course. That was the end of everything about her. Now, look at the shame, the disgrace, the insult, the humiliation, and then the lack. Because where she is making money. You see, it's a combination of many things in one. Why? Because she could not think futuristic. You see, before I take any step, I always ask, what if? What if? When you weigh your options, that's negotiation, weighing the two options. When you weigh the option of the hunger or the feelings right now, and what could happen, the repercussion, when you put the two side by side, you will make a better decision. But most of you do not look at the other side. You only look at this side. Always ask yourself, what if? That is negotiation. Someone must not be there. You are negotiating with destiny. You are negotiating with destiny. If I should do this cheating now, if I should cheat now, and peradventure I am caught, what will happen? Nobody will ever trust me again. I can't get another job. You weigh the two options. This sleep right now is sweet. But if I sleep and I fail tomorrow, what happens? Weigh between sleeping and waking up to prepare for destiny. Muhammad Ali, who was called the greatest of all times, said most times when he wants to wake up by 3-4 a.m. to exercise, his body would tell him, you are already one of the greatest in the world. And he would think to himself and say, if I decide to sleep now, while I am sleeping, another person that is eyeing my position as the greatest in the world is waking up by 1 a.m. working with me on his mind. I am working hard to beat Muhammad Ali. Do you get what I'm saying? So, because of that, he will tell his body, I might lose this position. So, he wakes up. He said when he is working out and he feels like giving up, he thinks to himself that he has competitors everywhere. So, he has weighed the two options. That is negotiating with his future. You might think that you always need an Esau or a Jacob before you sell your birthright. No, you can sell it within yourself. Only you. Only you. Hello? Question. When you are thinking, whenever you are thinking, haven't you thought? Do you know that you are communicating with someone? You don't used to hear a voice when you are thinking. A voice is talking to you. That person is the Jacob. That person is the Jacob. That other voice you are hearing, that is the Jacob speaking to you. Give me your birthright. When you do not think futuristic, you sell it. Every moment you decide not to prepare for destiny, you are selling a part of destiny. You don't sell it at once, you sell it gradually. You move from 10%, from 100% to 90%, 90% to 80, 80 to 70, gradually. Before you know it, you are completely off the radar. No tree dies overnight. When they talk about the glory departing, when the glory is departed, you will still be doing as if all is well, but all is not well. That is why we tell you to be serious with destiny. Be serious. Every step you are taking is a negotiation. Every step, including whatever step you are taking right now, including the choices you are making right now, including the place you are seated right now, is a negotiation for your destiny. Are you here with me? Think futuristic. The first question I always say for you to ask yourself is, how will this help my future? Very important. Glo, let's be friends. Of course, very few people will open mouth and say let's be friends, but you see them just coming around and hanging around. Before you say a yes or a no, question number one is, what is the future with this person? This place you are coming, this place you come to come and sit down and hear. Ask yourself. See, do you know it's a negotiation too? Yes. Negotiate it. This place I am coming, is there a future? What is here for me in the future? Am I hearing anything that will help me futuristically? As you go to sit down in the beer parlor, that moment you are sitting discussing with those people, ask yourself. It's a negotiation of destiny. It's a negotiation. What is it for me? Futuristic thinking. We still come back to that. Our time is running.